Dear Kai, I saw your message about whether I'd be interested in sharing my life story. You mentioned that you follow my page and find my life insights very inspiring. However, if you knew what happened before I gained the wisdom I earnestly prayed for, you might actually feel disappointed in me. But as I write this, I feel like sharing my story with you might just be the key to setting myself free. I often speak proudly of freedom, even while being imprisoned. They say the truth will set you free, but in prison, it's the law that holds the key to freedom. Perhaps what prompted you to message me was my profile picture, the epitome of every woman's dream man. Tall, dark, and handsome, with the added bonus of a life of luxury. Let me begin by sharing how I acquired all this luxury. In life, we all encounter crossroads where we face choices, sometimes even deals that feel like they're with the devil. Often, we may not realize the desires that lie deep within our hearts, but God knows them all. He grants these desires at the right time. We just need to remain patient and steadfast in doing good. On the other hand, we also have dreams that we create in our minds. God knows both the desires of our hearts and the thoughts in our minds, but the devil, he only sees what's on our minds. When we reach a crossroad in life, we're often faced with a choice between good and bad. I didn't realize at the time that I was making a deal with the devil, so I chose the wrong path. That path seemed to reward me with everything I could ever want: wealth, a sharp mind, charisma, and all the traits of someone destined for success. I convinced myself that it must be a blessing because it allowed me to enjoy all the luxuries life had to offer. But with all the money I earned, I fell into the trap of drugs, not just using them, but even dealing them, despite already having enough wealth to last me a lifetime. You might think I lost all my money to drugs. No, I didn't. In fact, it only added to my wealth, as well as to my greed. I wanted more. That's when I ventured into casino financing. Even when I gambled, I somehow still won. My wealth grew faster than ever, and with every win, my hunger for more only deepened. Then I met this woman, the one who completely took my breath away. It was love at first sight. I wanted her to be mine so desperately that I was willing to do anything to win her over. With my looks and the life I had built, it wasn't hard at all. In fact, making women fall in love with me had always been easy. But with her, it felt different. She wasn't just another conquest. She was someone I wanted to keep forever. Ever since I chose that path, I never earned anything legally. All the wealth I accumulated came from illegal means. It was so easy, almost as if I had some kind of power, and with that power came the money. But despite all the riches, there was something missing: love. All I ever had was lust, but never real love. I even amassed wealth by having women become so attached to me, though I never felt any real attachment to them. I'd pass them along to some of my rich friends so they could have a good time. You know what I mean. They'd pay me large sums of money for it. It was essentially prostitution, even though I wasn't running that kind of business outright. But still, I profited from the women I'd been with. With the use of drugs, my friends would go wild for them, and I took full advantage of it. Let's go back to the woman I fell in love with. Being with her felt like looking into a mirror. She and I were so alike. But over time, I realized something. She was more powerful than me. It was as if I was under her spell, and all I could do was follow her lead. For the first time, I felt like I wasn't in control. That's when it hit me. Maybe my contract with the devil was nearing its end. There was an unshakable feeling that my charm, my power, and everything I had relied on were beginning to fade. My once unshakable confidence was now laced with doubt, as if the devil himself was coming to collect his due. She is married to a very rich man, and she said she wanted badly to be with me, but her husband is a hindrance in our love affair. We plot on making her husband disappear, and having him disappear is just a jiffy. I have lots of connection underground, and I have done that before. But she don't want anybody but me to do it. And it is all set and done, but since he's a very wealthy man, an investigation was done. She just wanted her husband gone so she can have all his wealth. She used me and put all the blame on me that she has nothing to do with it, tainting my reputation, which are all true but hidden. I was found guilty. The truth did not set me free. Even my money cannot talk. Maybe my contract with the devil has ended. Not used to prison life, not used to having no control of the situation. I have decided to end my life. I pick a fight with fellow inmates, wishing they just put a faucet in my ribs. Every day I bullshit anybody, everybody. I can get into a fight but never perish. I am immortal, that's what I thought. Until I met this guy who picked a fight with me, and we just ended up both badly beaten by each other and by the prison guards. When all our bruises were healed, we fought again to our heart's desire until we got tired of it. We end up good friends. We share our life stories, and we are both guilty of all wrongdoings in life. And the good thing about having to talk to someone with whom you have connections because of similarities of life experiences, we get to talk about what we did. One more proud saying that is nothing to what I did. Until we met a gay pastor who embezzled church money and abused young boys. Though he is a sinner, mind you, he is learned. He can share God's words with conviction. Have we not known why he is in prison, we could have embraced the religion. But the three of us, knowing our guilt, asking each other if we can have a place in heaven, even in the squatters area, searched for the answers in God's words, the Bible. We have this favorite story of Samson and Delilah. I said Delilah loved Samson so much that she didn't want him to die and do his fighting for a cause thing. She cut his hair, which is the source of his strength. But it did not end up the way she wanted. The gay pastor said, Delilah is greedy, she wants money. And my sparring partner said, all of the above. From then on, the three of us, all guilty, all sinners, in prison, no freedom, set ourselves free. How? It's all about acceptance. Have a kind heart, after all, there is always good inside us. Though we have no religion, we make it a habit to pray, read the Bible, understand God's words until our brains bleed. We forgive ourselves, we let go of anger, and the gay pastor never made advances on us. So all your listeners out there, if you have worries, pray, and all your worries will go away like magic. We have to ask God, though He knows what's in our hearts and mind. We have to ask God. Why? So you will appreciate when it is given to you, and always feel grateful to Him. Be kind, and you will be blessed. Regards, Road Crosser.